What's up, Closer Nation? I hope you're sitting down, right? Because I want to spend some time with you in this video and tell you some real shit, right? This isn't going to be some fluffy, woo-foo, motivational video that you're used to dealing with. I get messages every day on my DMs on Facebook, here on YouTube, on Instagram. I mean, when you're a person like me and you have over 2 million people that follow you, you get a lot of questions. And the most repetitive, the most frequent question that I get is, it's worded always something like this, and it always starts out from guys, right? It's like, hey bro, no homo, but I love you. It's like, first of all, what's up with that? You ain't got to explain all that, man. I love you too, it's cool. The next thing is, it's always something to the tune of, man, you've gone through a lot of stuff in your life, Stewman. Like, how do you overcome that? And like, what's the mindset behind that? And I'm gonna share this with you. And I'm gonna break it down in the subliminal behind it and the subconscious behind the mindset of getting through anything. I'm no stranger to the struggle. You know, I've stepped foot inside 8 different prisons. You know, I've destroyed 3 different marriages and attempted to destroy the 4th. I have been bankrupt, had companies that have failed on me. I was adopted. I mean, I have had some serious struggles. I've been poor, homeless, dead, drugged out, you name it. I've been through that shit. But yet, right now, as we make this video, you know, we're inside our office here in Dallas, Texas. And like I said, we have 2 million plus fans that follow us throughout all of our social media channels. We run a very successful business, fill stadiums up with people that we speak to at our events. They've helped thousands upon thousands of people find success mentally and financially in their life because of the G code and the FYE lifestyle. But yet every day people want to know, like, how I made all that happen. Like, dude, you went through some serious stuff, Stewman. Like, how did you beat that? And here's the thing, I could just give you the answer real directly and real quick and just say, I refuse to lose and I refuse to give up. But if I say it like that, I already know what happens, right? You hear that and you go, oh shit, man, fuck. That's what everybody says that's in his position. But you have to ask yourself if that's the thought that went through your mind. Because here's the truth, right? For everything that I say, 3 thoughts are going through your mind. 3, okay? And these 3 thoughts are, is that a lie? Is it the truth? And do I agree with it, right? That's what you've got to process for everything that I say. It just naturally happens, okay? And so you think, oh, well, everybody in his position says that, just don't give up, okay? Well, that's because that's what it took for us to get here. Just let me tell you about my friend, Andy Frisella. Andy Frisella is a great guy, man. He owns a company called Phorm. They sell nutritional products. They help you with weight loss and proteins and diet pills and things of that nature, right? And Andy slept in a cot. He slept in a cot inside his warehouse for years. Okay, people look at Andy now and they say, oh, he's got millions of followers on social media. He's got like 30 cars in his garage. He lives in a house that was built by a president. Like, all of these crazy things, but they didn't see Andy 10 years ago in 2006 when he was literally crashing in a double stacked twin mattress in the back of his warehouse, right? They don't see that. But guess what? If Andy would have chose to stop, if that had been this moment in his life that he just chose to stop, he'd have never went from that cot to sleeping in literally the presidential suite of his own house. Here's what I know about Andy. He told me this one day when we were talking. He said he came into his office one day and was going to quit. It was it for him. He told his partner, his brother, hey, I'm out. I'm done. And he went to go flip the sign around, closed for the last time on his business. And a lady walked in and she said, oh, I'm glad to catch you guys before you close. I needed to re-up on some of my supplements. And Andy looked at her and he thought he looked familiar. She thought she looked familiar. And she said, you don't recognize me, do you? And he said, I feel like I know you, but I guess I don't. She said, yeah, I lost 100 pounds thanks to your supplements. And I met the man of my dreams and this long list of things. And Andy rung her up, and it was like $8 or whatever, you know, or $80 or whatever he said it was. He rung her up, and she left. And he turned around and he looked at his business partner and he said, man, fuck making money. Let's do that. And see, that's the mindset that he had that carried him from sleeping on that cot to now the guy's doing multiple 9 figures of business per year. They've basically taken over the whole damn influencer industry, and they've taken over the city of St. Louis where their headquarters are. That's just one of many stories, right, of people that are just like Andy, people that are just like myself. But see, many of you out there, you want some kind of silver bullet, right? You want some kind of magic pill that you can take to pass the struggle. But listen, man, you're not going to get to the presidential suite of your own house unless you're willing to sleep in the cot of your warehouse. You follow what I'm saying? You're not going to get to the pinnacle and the apex of your life if you're not willing to start at the bottom. You see, just 9 years ago, I worked for fucking minimum wage. Minimum wage. $7.55 an hour. Not because I wasn't worth more, but because I took a position with delayed compensation because I knew that's what it's going to take. And guess what? When I started my own business, I guarantee I made less than minimum wage. But that's what it took. But I did drive to work here in the same building that Google and YouTube and Hilton are headquartered in, and nobody in the whole building got a Lamborghini but me, you know what I'm saying? Because I refused to give up. So when you ask about the mindset, when you ask, hey, what took you from this place to the other, is when I got locked up in prison, okay, cool. So it's a setback, right? It's a setback. It puts me back a little bit, but it's not a stopping point, right? It's not like I got locked up in prison for life. Okay, when I got divorced and I lost all my money, hey, that's a setback. She got all the money, I didn't get it. I had to give that to her. That's part of it, right? Like, and was happy to do so. But that wasn't a stopping point, that was a setback. See, many of you are going through life right now, and these setbacks are happening. Instead of treating them like setbacks, you're treating them like stopping points, and you stop. You think, oh, well, it just wasn't meant to be. Shit, think about that. If I thought, oh, it wasn't meant to be here, I would have quit a long time ago. Oh, it wasn't, man, I'm about to get a divorce, it wasn't meant to be. You know, oh man, I'm going to prison again, it wasn't meant to be. Oh man, I lost money on this business venture. This wasn't meant to be. And look, it's totally normal to have those thoughts. I'm not saying I've never had that thought before. I'm like, oh shit, maybe this shit isn't for me. But I'm always reminded that it is. And I just kept going. If it isn't for me, I'll make it for me. Right? Too many of you out there, the first time that you get adversity, the first time that you go from sleeping at mommy and daddy's house to getting your own apartment, and then all of a sudden you get punched in the face and you're supposed to go sleep at the warehouse, you quit and settle to go back to familiar territory. It's the struggle that makes us strong, right? When we're in the gym, it's the pressure against us that makes us build the strength up that we need to be able to handle the things that we're trying to do. Same in the supernatural and the same in the natural. So for you, if you want the mindset to becoming a millionaire, it's one simple thing. A person that refuses to quit, period. And guess what happens, right? Like you think, do you and just shows up with a fucking check and he's like, congratulations, you won the Millionaire Publishers Clearinghouse. No, that's not what fucking happens at all. You know what happens? Nothing. You have $1 million now. Next day you still go to work. The next day you're still building your business. Most of us, we get $1 million, you know what we do with it? We invest it into something to help us get 2, 3, 4, and 5. So nothing changes. Nobody shows up and claps for you. Nobody shows up with one of those golf checks. But you know what? It's all up in here anyway. And the mindset is a refusal to quit. And the trophy is knowing that because you refuse to quit, you live a life on your own terms. If you know somebody needs to hear this, share it with them. Make sure you subscribe to this channel. You can copy and paste the link on social media, anywhere, all that good stuff. I appreciate you spending the word. And you know there's lots of people that need to hear this. Simplicity sells, and people hear simple messages and they discredit it, but I'm just telling you, the examples myself, Andy Frisella, and many more out there have, this is real shit. So make sure you share this. If you like this, there's tons of other badass videos on this channel just like this that you'll dig as well. And again, don't forget to subscribe because you don't want to miss them out. We put them out in the future. Later.